kind of like interdimensional, which just serves that purpose of just thinking about thought textures. And it's a template for them.
Here's what it is. In understanding that an ego is to taste, you must understand that you are a sacrifice. So we're really going to need to break down this and here's the goal of this whole call, and we're doing a pretty goddamn good job. We're 4 hours in. We're trying to break
Absolutely.
down an ego is to taste into every one of its individual components. And as you can see, it's a hell of a Herculean task. But so here's how what we were just talking about is included. Here's how, in relation to thought texture difference, is included. An ego is to taste says inherently that you are a sacrifice, that you are God reaching towards difference. And when you understand that you are God reaching towards difference, or that you are God reaching towards every taste, you understand thought texture difference. Inherently, in understanding what you are, and understanding that what you are is God reaching towards X, Xazix reaching towards X, in understanding white hole, you also immediately understand what you are experiencing in relation to everything else. So in other words, that feeling whenever you look at your hand and you understand how bizarre it is that it's a human flesh meat hand in a three-dimensional art style universe, that feeling derives from the understanding that you are Xazix reaching towards Zix, that you are God reaching into taste to experience taste itself. And yeah, there's that.
So it's a lot. Wasn't able to write down all of that.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry writing all of it. Just trying to take like basically what like I was saying before. Try to write down Kevin words. Try to just be like thought texture space. You know what I mean? Difference is white hole. You know what I mean? Just try to write down the most important words. But basically, the gist of that is that to understand thought texture difference, or to understand this in relation to every other universe, you all you need to understand is white hole, or basically the will to taste. Whenever you understand, oh god damn it, here's another thing we need to think about, which is will to define
I think if
taste.
you wrote it down, that would be helpful for me because it's hard to write down something that I'm being told.
Got it. I will do that. Will to define taste versus um. Okay, so here's what I'm writing down, and here's what the gist is white hole is thought texture difference. That's the point. So what that means is white hole, or Xazix reaching towards Zix, God reaching towards human, okay? That concept, um, that is thought texture difference. So thought texture difference is just God in all of his differentiations, and white hole is just saying that God is infinite variations, right? And when you understand that God is infinite variations, and that you are one of those sacrifices, or in other words, you are one of God's forced variations, you are one of those things which God has forced to be varied.